Do you still have it?
Do you?
Still have it? It's there, it's still very much there. And these are the moments. Let's get to today. Yogesh Mehta, a $1.3 billion company. He runs it, on a day-to-day basis. He's an operating CEO. He's not just one of those guys who sits on the side. He actually is working really, really hard. From 0 to 1.2, 1.3 billion from 1994 to today. Yogi, that is phenomenal growth. I mean, it's about $80 million a year of growth, cumulative, year on year. And that's the value that is there today. What does Petrochem actually do? Because I have no idea. Well, I do, but perhaps people would want to know.
Yeah, Petrochem, that's my baby. That's the company that I work for. Petrochem distributes chemicals. We are the largest chemical distributors in the Middle East. Petrochem is a good story. Petrochem, we were two people. One of them is here today. I don't know if Venu Nair is here. So, hey, he's my brother, yeah. Yeah. So that logo that you see, that's Petrochem. And we were two guys, and then we were four people. And of course, I have a partner. He's English, and his name is David, and he lives in London. So him and I, in 1994, decided to make a company. And we formed this company called Petrochem and did a lot of good things. You know, we created a terminal. We had very little money, but with the money that we had, we actually leased the land in Jabal Ali. We then built a storage terminal. Our idea was to actually create barriers to entry. We wanted to be the first kids on the block, the new kids on the block, but with little money, but great entrepreneurship and great ideas, and of course a very strong will. But I was telling you, I had blood in my eyes in those days. I never thought about working 25 hours a day. I never thought about traveling. I could do everything, and I had, of course, a lot of support from my family. And what I did was just try hard and make it happen. And what was that making it happen? Distributing chemicals. At that time in '95, Dubai was a very, very small city. It was almost like a sleeping city waiting to get up. And we were there at the right time. And there were agencies to be had. We got lovely agencies. People, big companies came to us and said, "Oh, you got a terminal, you got a storage terminal. You look very smart. You talk the language. You walk the talk. We will give you this agency, and you can distribute in the Middle East." So we started with great ideas, good zeal, and a great team. The team was two people, and then two became four, and then four became today 235 people, and then $1 billion company.
You're a chef. Am I right? So if I came to your house for lunch, what would you cook for me?
Well, it depends on how much I like you. But my favorite is egg curry and rice. And I can cook almost anything because I love to cook. And I love to cook because it relaxes me and it's great fun. And we have a nice kitchen and we cook mostly vegetarian food. But yeah, I can cook you anything.
So you obviously have a secret sauce there.
Yeah.
What is your business secret sauce? What are the 2 or 3 key things that have fundamentally helped to exponentially grow your company? And there are lots of CEOs and entrepreneurs who are just hanging on to every word that you're saying. What is that secret sauce?
The one thing that you ever want to have, if you want to be a successful businessman, is passion. Now, passion is not anger. Passion is not only grit. Passion is something that stems from inside, deep down in your gut. It must come with a combination of what your mind thinks, what your mind wants to do, and you do whatever you set out to do with a passion. Passion is the most important thing. Without passion, there is, you can say, well, I'll live my life, I'll do this, I'll do that. If you do it without passion, without soul, without that will, the strong will, I don't think you will succeed. Sometimes small ideas become very big ideas if they are nurtured with passion. And passion is about focus, about discipline, about hard work. So it's a combination of all of that which actually then makes you a successful entrepreneur.
Would you like to sit down? Yeah, we've got our voice back.
Thank you.
Right, we're a little bit more comfortable. Do people want to take their jackets off, or is everybody happy? Everybody's happy. Okay. Yogi, moving on. What are the key elements of success as an entrepreneur? Because you chose to drive yourself into entrepreneurship. Now let's look at it seriously. Your father was a PhD, he had a company there, you had an MBA, so what's the big deal? I mean, you could have just taken a job, and so what drove you? Was it greed? Was it ego? What was it? What was it that drove you to that success, that you actually sold your wife's jewelry to pay for the rent, but you still continued on as an entrepreneur?
You're not going to make me emotional again, because I have decided not to cry or say, I'll say things like they are now, okay? Because now I'm on to my favorite subject, how to make money, how to be an entrepreneur, how to be successful. So, you asked me too many questions, so let me start at the one degree. What does it take to be an entrepreneur? And I already said to you that, do you have the passion? And I know we did, I have been, and Mr. Abdul Basit and I have been judges in an entrepreneur program, and we interviewed many small, medium entrepreneurs. We call them entrepreneurs because they were people with ideas, people with zeal, people wanting to succeed. And they came and presented to us a few ideas. And many times I felt, oh my God, what a terrible idea. And I didn't have the heart to tell them, look, what are you doing? You're so stupid. And I didn't want to tell them that because there was passion in their eyes. There was a zeal. And my friend, my dear judge, he told me, he scolded me, and he said, what? You can't be so kind. You can't be, tell them like it is, because they must know whether it's a good idea or a bad idea. He's very disciplined,
And Abdul Basit was the baddie there. I remember when we were recording.
I think he's an extremely intelligent and clear-sighted, very, very focused. And he said that. So I'm just at that time he corrected me and he said, you're a softie. And I think some of it is, some of it is required to be an entrepreneur. That you want to be a little passionate, you want to be a little soft, you want to be a little kind, but above all, you need to be extremely focused. An entrepreneur is actually a leader. An entrepreneur actually works for a person.